Please welcome the co-chairs of the ARC Minnesota Board of Directors, Nate Scott and Tim Allen.
What? On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it.
How you doing, Nate?
Good.
All right. I think that's you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 ARC Gala. It is my pleasure as co-chair of the ARC of Minnesota Board of Directors to welcome you here tonight. I am so happy we have the opportunity to come together to support of the ARC Minnesota's mission. Your enthusiasm and support have been critical to the success of this event and the ARC Minnesota. I am honored to get things started here tonight with my newly elected co-chair, Tim.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Thank you. So thanks, Nate, for getting this started on the right note. And honestly, I am thrilled to serve with you as the co-chair of the ARC Minnesota Board of Directors. And thanks to everyone tonight for joining us, both here at the Depot and for those of you participating with us virtually. Those of you that have not seen the Nate and Tim show before, usually I dance, right? Nate tells the jokes, right? And we always leave the audience cheering for less. So, to this evening's sponsors, thank you for supporting the wonderful work that the ARC of Minnesota is doing. Thank you. This is really a transformative time for the ARC, and your continued generosity and investment in this event is greatly appreciated. I'm proud to be here on stage as the co-chair of the ARC Minnesota and as the representative of the company that's tonight's presenting sponsor, Dominium. At Dominium, our motto is, "What we do hits home." And this event and tonight's Fund a Need are really reflective of that for me. When my daughter Maggie graduated high school a few years ago, and she's now a first-year student at Bethel, which I couldn't have imagined, I became so much aware of the critical need for the ARC and policy changes. Oh my God, sticky pages. They fight for every day at the Capitol in support of people with disabilities. Even though I've served on the board of ARC for many years, I didn't fully understand the complexity that came with her becoming an adult and all of the choices that it meant for our family. From housing to employment and education to PCA support and beyond, nothing was easy and nothing is taken for granted. We're fortunate that the ARC exists to continue the work with leaders with disabilities who can improve the system and our society for all of us to thrive. I would also like to thank our other leading sponsors, the Office of Financial Empowerment for the City of St. Paul. Insert clap here. Thank you. Huntington Bank, United Healthcare, Winthrop and Weinstein, Deloitte, thank you, Weiss Builders, and Eagle Building Company. Thank you so much for your incredible generosity and investment in the ARC of Minnesota. I would like to take a moment to recognize another very important group, the ARC Minnesota Board of Directors. If you're on the Board of Directors, would you please raise your hand? Thank you to each and every one of you. Your leadership ensures that the ARC Minnesota continues to promote and protect the human rights of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The work we're doing right now to build an arc for all through justice and equity is more important than ever. Thank you for your work and insight that help further the support for our mission. I also want to take a moment to recognize the ARC Minnesota CEO, Andrea Zuber, and the staff of the ARC Minnesota and Arcs Value Village. Can Andrea and the staff please stand up? Having worked with Andrea, I can experience and attest to she is truly a visionary leader who believes that addressing the inequities in systems and supports for people with disabilities and co-creating communities alongside people with IDD will improve our state for everyone. And to the ARC Minnesota staff, you live out our mission and values every day in your work. We are so grateful to have you leading this change in our communities and supporting our mission nationwide. I could not be more proud to share the role of board chair with my friend Nate. His passion for, wait for it, disability justice, his thoughtfulness, and his kindness have made for an easy transition into this leadership role. Nate?
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. And thanks again to everyone here tonight and those joining from home. We have a great show for you, including some amazing stories to share, fantastic auction packages to bid on, and live music from me. Oh, I'm just kidding. Live music from longtime friend of the ARC, the incredible Dan Wilson. Now I'm excited to turn it over to our friend and MC for the evening, Maggie Erickson Kilgannon.
Please welcome to the stage our MC for the evening, Maggie Erickson Kilgannon.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Nate and Tim. This is the 16th annual ARC Gala and my second year as MC for this event. I am thrilled to be back here with friends of the ARC Minnesota. But I also want to shout out real quick that my mom is here. I just wanted to let you know. I've been involved with the ARC Minnesota for a long time, including modeling for Arcs Value Village thrift stores. And speaking at Disability Day at the Capitol. I got started with the ARC and the community because of my mom. She was such a strong advocate for disability rights. And wanted to see many of the policies that ARC is currently working on becoming law. My mom knew that I could earn a paycheck, choose where to live, and get married like anyone else. I currently work at Affinity Plus Credit Union in St. Paul, and I live in Apple Valley with my husband, Aiden, who is with me here tonight. To me, having Down syndrome is who I am, but it has never stopped me from achieving my own hopes, dreams, and passions, what I want for my life. And all individuals with disabilities is for all of us to be one, to be treated just like everyone else. I want to live the American dream, We want to end laws and rules that limit us. We are more alike than different. We are one big community. We are together in our work on human rights. The mission of the ARC Minnesota is to promote and protect the human rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, actively supporting them and their families in a lifetime of full inclusion and participation in their communities. The ARC Minnesota exists to support people with intellectual and developmental disabilities in leading this change in both their own lives and for the community as a whole, always moving us towards a future of true belonging. As a leader in legislative advocacy in our state, the ARC is working alongside people who have disabilities to transform systems and laws that make our communities more just. At the ARC, we know that when legislators and policymakers learn from people who have disabilities and build deeper understanding about the issues that affect them, systems and social change is made. We know this because we have seen it happen throughout our history as an organization. Can we give a round of applause to all of those who have testified, met with legislators to share their story or helped in the fight for the rights of people who have disabilities? Thank you again for shaping the ARC Minnesota to what is today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful evening ahead. The amazing Katie Gabriel is here. We'll hear from our fantastic gala chairs and their family, the ARC Minnesota CEO, Andrea Zuber, and of course, hear the incredible music of Dan Wilson, my good friend. We also want you to get involved at home. Don't forget to share photos throughout the evening on your social media with the hashtag 2023ARCGala. Now it's my honor to introduce the co-chairs of 2023 ARC Gala, Maren Holden and John Albanese and their family.
August is a outgoing, friendly 6-year-old kid. He's a bit of a rascal and a goofball.
My name is August.
He is hilarious. He's very silly.
And he enjoys people a lot. There's nothing August enjoys more than having everyone around the dinner table, and then he kind of individually greets everyone by pointing to them and saying who they are. It's typical brother relationships. You know, August is an atypical kid neurologically and can't speak verbally all that well. We've been involved with a lot of disability organizations, and hearing how things were in like the 70s and 80s compared to now, I mean, it just seems like leaps and bounds better, but there's still such a long way to go. It's just getting to a point where if everyone believes that it's important to treat people with disabilities like how the people with the disabilities want to be treated, and providing the systems and supports for them to give them every opportunity to live the life they want to lead. I think we're getting there, and it's through groups like the ARC that are pushing us in the right direction and educating everybody about it. Even as a lawyer who understands some pretty complex systems, just every time it's explained to me how people can go about getting benefits and the amount of hoops they have to jump through, and paperwork and the approvals and everything else is just mind-boggling to me. And I know if Maren wasn't here, I'd be calling an organization like the ARC to be like, what am I supposed to do here? I have no idea.
I was really grateful to be asked with John to be co-chairs on this year because I spent 4 years of my life in it with the ARC and their public policy work and really getting to see both the incredible impact that their public policy work has, but also the way that they do it, how that changes everyone around them for the better. The ARC has been such a leader in asking the question, what does meeting people's support needs in community look like?
For August, ideally he'd continue to get to make those decisions as he went through his life about how he wants to live, that he's supported adequately in all those efforts.
When I think about the future for our sons and for everyone, it's one where everybody has agency and everybody has a sense of belonging and everybody has a sense of success. And where the way that things have been set up in the world don't change whether or not someone has access to those things. And so that looks like changing how we do school, changing how workplaces work, changing how transit works, changing how housing works, changing how families work. The way that the ARC approaches public policy work in terms of being careful about language, taking opportunities to educate policymakers around disability rights and about dismantling ableism, about centering the experiences and the choices of people who have disabilities, I think is also changing how everybody thinks about disability issues. And so that's just really, really important.
Please welcome Maren Holden and John Albanese.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Maren Holden, and together with my husband, John, we are delighted to welcome you to the 2023 Art Gala. When Andrea asked me if I'd serve in this role, I was so excited and honored by the offer. Little did I know I would have a bit of a whirlwind experience during my time as co-chair, and I'm still so happy that we said yes, and I'm so grateful that we're able to be here with all of you tonight. John and I are the parents of August, Julian, and as of 3 weeks ago, Greta Holden Albanese. Our kids are hilarious, delightful, and exhausting. Greta is our early bird, the newest, and already has a reputation in the NICU for being feisty. Julian is 4 and asks a million questions and obviously loves to dance. And August is the world's most charming 6-year-old with a great sense of humor. August also has cerebral palsy, which we learned when he was 2 and helped explain some of his developmental delays.
Tonight's Fund to Need is so important because we see in our own family's life how policy determines so much of the choices and opportunities that people who have disabilities have. As parents, we have a front row seat to the shortcomings in the systems our children navigate. We've been so fortunate to see the power of inclusion, belonging, and choice play out for August. August was very fortunate to go to a daycare center that worked with us to include him at all times in the daycare classroom. He was in classrooms with typically aged peers, was going to school every day, and was expected to follow the school routine. In fact, August was oftentimes what we called Philo, first in, last out of daycare due to Maren and I's busy schedules. The benefits for him have been immeasurable. August doesn't communicate like other kids. He mostly uses signs and a speech device, but he is a confident and very social kid who is not afraid to interact with adults and peers. And the feeling apparently is mutual. Every day when I pick him up or drop him off from school or daycare, it seemed like a new kid was saying hello or goodbye to August, or telling their parents about how they played with August. And their parents would come up to me and talk about August, and I was social distancing before it was cool, so I found that a little overwhelming. But he is extremely popular. I used to refer to him as a daycare celebrity. On the days when I walked him into school, he waves at everyone and everyone waves at him. I think for the most part, he realizes he's different and cannot do what some other kids do. But watching him operate around his kindergarten classroom or after-school programming, It's clear he feels he belongs. He knows he is welcome in these spaces just the way he is, and he likes it there. He literally pushes me out the door once he finds his teachers. We think that inclusion not only benefits August, but of course benefits the other kids too. Both Maren and I have been told by other parents about how grateful they are that their kids have gotten to know August. We recognize this was not easy at times and that some accommodations needed to be made for August to maximize his inclusion in these childcare settings. Inclusion takes resources and commitment, and many of our childcare systems are already pushed to their limits. The benefits of inclusion, however, are so important, both to kids who have disabilities and kids who don't. And we need to be ensuring that every kid receives the same type of opportunities that August has had. The ARC's public policy work is making this a reality. They were key leaders in advancing pilots for inclusive childcare for children who have disabilities and complex medical needs, which will help make sure that inclusion starts from the very beginning, that children with disabilities are in childcare settings with their peers, and that all children have friends and peers who have disabilities from a young age.
As parents, we have also learned that kids have very strong opinions, or at least ours do, and that our best role is to support them in making their own choices that reflect who they are and how they can best contribute to their communities. This is why the civil and human rights policy work the ARC does matters so much to us. Working with the ARC to end the use of sub-minimum wages for people who have disabilities will be one of the most meaningful things I've had the chance to work on in my career and as a parent. As a disability rights lawyer and a constitutional law nerd, I firmly believe in the importance of equal rights for all people, and ending the use of allowing lower wages for some people because of their disability is a necessary civil rights step we must take. As August's mom, I refuse to live in a world where the law allows him to be, or others, to be treated differently because of a disability, and where what we can imagine is possible is less for him because of his disability. Every day, August surprises us and shows us something new, just like all kids do. This week, he went out of his way to roast me by accusing me of living in a barn. He's clearly learning tons in kindergarten. He comes home eager to show me what's in his take-home folder and tell me about what he did that day. He has so much yet to show us about what he'll bring into this world. To set out believing that he can't or won't be able to contribute to society through meaningful work like his peers is just unacceptable to me. And I'm so grateful for the ARC's leadership in advancing proposals to phase out the use of sub-minimum wages and raise wages for people who have disabilities. The ARC is fighting for August and others in a way that centers the experiences of people who have disabilities and demands that policymakers recognize the inherent human dignity of all people. We inevitably see how ableism shows up and interferes with August's ability to participate in the world, and it's so discouraging. But knowing that the ARC is here, fighting for a just and inclusive future, and doing so with people who have disabilities at the center, gives us so much hope. Chairing this event has really been an incredibly rewarding experience. We are so honored and humbled that the ARC Minnesota asked us to be part of it. Andrea and the leadership team at the ARC and all those working on this event and across the organization have been so gracious and patient with us as we had some life events, and they are tirelessly passionate about the mission of the ARC. We have an incredible evening ahead of us. There are some one-of-a-kind live auction items that will be available for you to bid on, but we'll hear more about that a little later from our auctioneer, Katie Gabriel, and I am a huge Dan Wilson fan. Now we are excited to share how advocates and legislators have worked to change the systems and supports for people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities.
When I'm at the Capitol regularly and I'm talking to my colleagues who are Indigenous, my colleagues who are Black, and my colleagues who are either advocates for or living with disabilities. We often recognize that just simply by being here, we are doing something radical.
My number one motivation has always been my daughter. And the realization that I am not going to be here forever. And when I'm gone, I need our community and our world to be a better place for people with disabilities to live.
I think public policy drives that dialogue, drives that conversation, that discussion around what does full inclusion look like? What does dignity of risk look like? What does having people with disabilities sitting at the table making critical decisions look like? Really having true voice.
We shouldn't be making decisions for people without them at the table. Full stop, ever.
Hello, my name is Kurt Rutson. I've went a lot to committee meetings and I testified a lot. They've talked to the governor, but after he saw my testimony, he changed his mind on some bills. I'm proud of that.
With great feedback and insight from organizations like ARC to make sure that we're meeting the needs of very important stakeholders that, quite frankly, sometimes aren't always thought of.
I testified for my first time last year in support of legislation that would require housing that received public bonding funds be accessible for people with sensory and physical disabilities. This year, I am partnering with ARC again and continuing to advocate for important policy changes that would create more accessible housing that works for people who use wheelchairs or need sensory accommodations.
I think it's important for us as a state to prioritize and understand the needs of all of our residents, especially folks living with IDD, and make sure that they're able to live independently, but also with the services that they need, living with dignity as well. And that's been the main theme that we've been hearing within our committee the past couple of years as I've served. We want to live with dignity. We're not asking for too much.
It is always important for people with lived experience in any way to be involved in public policy. But it is especially important for people with intellectual disabilities because that rarely happens.
When you bring self-advocates, policy advocates, legislators, decision makers, policymakers together at the table, that is where the magic happens. That is where positive, enduring change can be made.
Please welcome to the stage the ARC Minnesota CEO, Andrea Zuber.
I got a feeling. I didn't know they were going to play that song. I love that song. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much, Maren and John. We're so fortunate to have your support and your leadership as the co-chairs of the 2023 Art Gala, and I truly cannot believe all that your family has gone through in the past few months. I don't know if all of you caught it, but Maren and John had their little girl, Greta, about 2 months early. She's been in NICU for 3 weeks now. She's doing amazing, and can't tell you how much I appreciate that you guys have been here. To support this work, right? Like your passion and dedication to the public policy work has made this event second to none. So we're very grateful for your commitment to the ARC Minnesota. Thank you so much. Let's give them one more round of applause. Well, hello everyone. It's so nice to see you all here again tonight. I'm Andrea Zuber and I'm the CEO for the ARC Minnesota, and I want to start by thanking all of you for joining us tonight, right? To those of you at home, we have about 100 people, I think, watching, and to those of you here, your participation means so much to me and to our entire organization. I also want to take a moment to honor the ARC Minnesota and the ARC Value Village staff. So if you are staff, give a wave so that everybody can see you. We have quite a few people here tonight. The work that you do is at the core. of achieving our mission. And you're passionate and you're committed to the vision to change systems and build an inclusive society. And you have persevered through a year of unprecedented staffing shortages. And I know that everyone in the world is dealing with this right now, but it has hit us really hard. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you for sticking with us through this past year. So thank you. I'm so proud of the incredible work that you do every single day. So tonight, we highlight and honor public policy and legislative advocacy, which is one of the core pillars of the ARC Minnesota's programming. And although much has been accomplished by our small but mighty public policy team, so much more can be done to foster belonging and build power in the disability community. People with disabilities are far too often left out of conversations about bills and laws that directly impact their lives. Who they are and what is important to them is often not part of the considerations made when decisions about systems and supports for them are discussed. And most policy decisions are made by people who do not have a disability. And that's why tonight's Fund a Need is so important. Our investment in people who have lived experience, who can help shape our agenda and share their story with policymakers, is a seismic shift from the approach of the past, and it will open more doors for real change to occur. So 4 years ago, I stood up here and I told you about the work that my mother and father did alongside chapters of the ARC Minnesota to shift Minnesota away from our state's reliance on overcrowded and filthy state hospitals that used to be used to house people with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Minnesota. When my mom started working at Ramsey County in the 1960s, her job was to go to the hospital when a baby was born with an intellectual or developmental disability, and she had a script, and she had to tell the parents that the best thing that they could do was take their baby to the state hospital and forget that they were ever born. The state hospitals in Minnesota were rampant with abuse and neglect, and it's hard to believe it now, but families did not have other ways to support their children with intellectual and developmental disabilities, but they did know that there must be another way to do better. And I just met the family of one of those amazing families back then, Jane Burke, who's no longer with us, but her 2 grown adult children are here today, who were part of that movement to say, we can't do this anymore and we have to do better. So I'm so happy I had the chance to meet them tonight. My mom talked about Jane a lot. So those parents started this amazing organization, and the ARC put forth a vision that things could be different. Things could be better, and the future could be brighter. My mom joined the ARC, she worked alongside those parents, and she knew she couldn't deliver that message anymore to parents. And then the ARC worked until every single last person in this state was no longer living in a state hospital. So that's what we do. That's what the ARC does. The ARC puts forth a vision that things can be better, and then we make it happen. With children no longer being sent to state hospitals to live, the ARC fought and won the right for all children to access public school education. It didn't exist before the ARC in Minnesota fought for and won that right. It eventually grew nationally, and it became a federal law. With adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities moving out of state hospitals, the ARC was at the forefront of community services like residential housing and employment and day supports. In the 1990s, there became such a demand for community supports, and people were waiting for funding and services, so the ARC Minnesota led a campaign to eliminate that waiting list. And because of that work, at that time, 7,000 additional people were able to access the support they needed to be able to thrive in Minnesota. In the following decades, the ARC fought for and won the prohibition of the use of restraints, right? Rate increases for home care staff, guardianship modernization, investment in resources to support self-advocacy, fee reductions for families whose children access medical assistance, and so much more. And because of those things, people are included in this society more than they ever were historically. Families are together. Many people with disabilities are working, and they're living and they're thriving in ways that would not be possible without the changes that the ARC has advocated for and made happen. Without question, the ARC has been the key advocacy force, challenging the status quo and leading the way in advancing human rights legislation across the lifespan. And Minnesota still has a lot of work to do. We need to finish the job. While Minnesota has been a leader in the delivery of disability services for many decades, our primary and most heavily funded models are now antiquated. They're far less inclusive than they should be, and while so much better than state hospitals, they do often keep people isolated and living in poverty. The work that the ARC is presently doing to move us towards fair wages for people with disabilities, the right to get married without financial penalty, to ensure affordable and available and accessible housing, and to have inclusive childcare and playgrounds so that children grow up knowing each other, are examples of the ARC's importance in building the capacities within our state to make the good life accessible to all. And that is why we are following the leadership of people with disabilities in our communities who are advocating for these changes. We need to eliminate legal discrimination and give people with intellectual and developmental disabilities the civil rights that they never should have lost. We need to have accessible and welcoming communities where people with disabilities are able to contribute their talents to the world. Our dream is that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities have love and liberation and belonging. How do we get love and liberation and belonging? It's not me up at the Capitol testifying. It's people with disabilities themselves up at the Capitol testifying. It's people with disabilities sharing their story and demonstrating their power and their strength and their capacity and their wisdom and their resiliency. And the resources that you provide us tonight will help our capacity to do that. Our vision for the future for people with disabilities is bright, but it can only be accomplished if we can start changing systems that don't work. And by changing policies to improve the lives of people with disabilities, we actually design communities and systems that simply work better for everyone. So the ARC is going to be behind disabled people. We're going to help open doors, we're going to schedule meetings with legislators, we're going to help prepare for hearings, but it is going to be the voice of people with disabilities themselves that bring us to the next level of love and liberation and belonging that we need in society. It is going to be people with disabilities themselves that fight and win the right to be paid fair wages. It is going to be people with disabilities themselves that fight for and end up with affordable and available and accessible housing, and it is going to be people with disabilities themselves that fight for the right for them to be able to get married and keep benefits, and it is going to be them driving their own future because it is they that know best. They will change the world. They will ensure love, liberation, and belonging for the next generations of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and it starts with them. And it also starts tonight with your belief in them. Use your own capacity, your ability to share power, your wisdom, and your vision, because all of you here tonight have it, your vision for a bright future. Thank you so much for your participation and generosity. We would not be able to do this without you. And now I would like to share the vision of people with disabilities, their families, and legislators have for Minnesotans. Next video. Thanks, everybody.
What do I imagine as an ideal future? I grew up expecting that I'd be included and have choices in how I live. I'm on the way to realizing that dream, but it hasn't been easy. I'm now living in my own apartment. I finally have a Section 8 housing voucher, so that I can afford to remain in my own apartment. Someday, I hope to have enough staff so that I don't need to have my parents provide as much unpaid support as they do. They won't be around forever, so I need to get this part figured out, so that I can continue to live independently, just as anyone else does.
I imagine a world where people with disabilities have the same human rights as everyone else, including basic things like housing, having enough to eat, employment, and the right to dream and the opportunity to fulfill those dreams.
Like any parent, you want your children to enjoy their life, to be able to do the things they want to do, live where they want to live, have the job that they want to have, and be able to make the choices that they want to make in life.
The future that I want to see for my children is a place where stigma with disabilities, somebody with mental health or physical disabilities is not looked at someone that's lesser than you. So I want to see a place where people with disabilities are welcome in every settings of our community.
When we talked about how much work do we have to do, we have a lot of work to do, but we also have a roadmap to understand what that work looks like and what needs to be done moving forward.
This is where the ARC comes in. They're there, so that we're not alone in trying to change this system. That would be insurmountable. The ARC can help connect those of us with disabilities and partner with us, our families, and allies, so that we can live the lives we choose.
It's so important for folks with disabilities and other needs to be a part of the process up here at the state capitol. Their feedback, their insight, their needs, oftentimes, unless we ourselves or our family members, loved ones have some of those same challenges, we're just not aware of them.
You know, it sounds pretty simplistic, but the reality is when we don't highlight a need for justice for all, then there's not justice for all. The organization of ARC Minnesota is a place where people can find voice at the legislative level, where that voice gets transferred from services to community to the legislative floor, where critical decisions are made.
Partnering with the ARC means having that force behind us to make sure that bills that are going to better the lives of our residents become a reality. But also, for me, it means having a partner that can educate me on the issues as well, which is really important, so that as I learn, I can become a better educator and better serve our residents.
When I first started doing advocacy work, I did not have connections or relationships with anyone. And so really I just had to rely on tenacity and just not giving up and talking to everyone you know, family, friends, co-workers, and your legislators, of course.
We can do better. We must do better. I want to be part of an inclusive community with people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds. Show up and share your stories with elected officials. It's not always easy, but it's so important for them to understand what the issues are.
Please welcome back to the stage Maggie Erickson Kilgannon.
You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone.
Thank you. I actually love that song. All right. Thank you, Andrea. The generosity of this community is simply spectacular. Thank you to every company, organization, and family that has already made a significant impact as sponsors and supporters. You'll find all of tonight's sponsors in your program, booklet, or listed below in your video screen. Folks, we have another generous friend with us here tonight. We're so excited to have her here with us tonight for the first time. So let's invite our auctioneer for the evening, Katie Imholt Gabriel of the Flatterbow Investment, up to the podium.
Awesome. Thank you for the warm welcome, Maggie. I am, on behalf of the Flatterbow Advancement team, I am thrilled to be with you here tonight. And happy that we can celebrate in person. And for those of you tuning in from home in our state and around the nation, thank you for being here. The work that the ARC is doing to fight for a just and inclusive future for people with disabilities is important work. Through your generosity and the Fund a Need and the live auction tonight, you have the ability to make a direct impact in the lives of people with IDD in our community. We have some phenomenal once-in-a-lifetime auction packages tonight, and so I'm sure all of you are really getting excited to start bidding on those items. They are in your program, pages 26 through 29, but a little bit of housekeeping. I want to make sure that you're listening carefully to these instructions. There should be bid numbers on your table, and we're in a process of reevaluating. The full-size bid numbers don't match the number on your name, so they're in the process of grabbing and printing out half-size bid numbers. So if you're at a table where the half-size sheets are there, if you want to pass them around and grab your bid number. So can I just see a show of hands of how ready are we? And we can improvise. I have another plan, but who's all ready? Who has the half sheets? And so you guys are gonna be the ones bidding tonight, right? But yeah, you guys have some too? Okay, so we're pivoting, we're figuring this out. We'll be getting this to the rest of the tables, but in the meantime, the large numbers, are those still on the other tables are those still there? They're not there yet? They took them away. Okay, so I want you to bid and get my attention. We have two professional spotters with me, Patty and Valita. Valita, there you are. And so they're gonna be my extra eyes and ears, but take your program, and if you don't have your bid number yet, take your program, wave your hand in the air. I do not want to miss any of your bids and your generosity tonight. When you do become the lucky winner, we will get your bid number that's on your name tag, and so we'll use that to mark your bids. And then they'll get this to you all before the Fund a Need, and everything will be perfect. So are we okay with that? Sound like a good plan? Yes, yes. So, awesome. Okay, so Maggie, I'm really looking forward to working with you tonight. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And like I said, these auction items are incredible. So Maggie, can you tell us about the first live auction item?
Of course, I would love to. Let's start things off with a very special package from Bricoler Vineyards. Start your wine country adventure at Bricoler Vineyards in a luxurious and historic milk barn for a 3-day stay for 4, located at the 40-acre vineyard estate. The milk barn is your wine country sanctuary. During your stay, you will savor the rooted tasting, experience a 6-course, wine-paired culinary journey with food and wine from the estate. This elevated estate-to-plate seasonal tasting is Bricoler Vineyard signature experience with Chef Thomas Bellick and his culinary team. You'll also receive 150,000 U.S. Bank Altitude points to support your airline tickets. Katie, it's your turn.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Let's big a round of applause for our donors, Bricoler Vineyards and U.S. Bank, for the altitude points. And I know I'm a big fan of the farm to table, but this estate to plate concept, I had not heard of that until I learned about this package. So let's go to Sonoma. This is for 4 people. Let's have a lot of fun here. Who's gonna raise, let's start me off, maybe $3,000 where? I'll take a $3,000 bid. 3,000, thank you. And now 4. I have 3,000 bid enough, 4,000 bid enough, 4,000 bid enough, 4,000. I have a 3,000 bid enough, 4,000 bid enough, 4,000 bid enough, 4,000. And I had a 4,000, thank you. 4,000 enough, 5. I have 4,000 bid enough, 5,000 bid enough, 5,000 bid enough, 5,000. I have 4,000 bid enough, 5,000 bid enough, 5,000 bid enough, 5,000. I'm looking for 5,000 bid enough, 5. Like, you have the wine, it'll be better in Sonoma. 5,000 bid enough, 5,000, thank you. 5,000 and now 6. I have 5,000 bid enough, 6,000 bid enough, 6,000 bid enough, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 and now 7. I have 6,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000. I'm looking for 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000. I have a 6,000 bid enough, 7, which is 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 7,000, but now 7,000. Awesome, 7,000, and now 8. I have 7,000, now 800, but now 8,000, but now 8,000. I have 7,000, but now 8,000, but now 8,000, but now 8,000, but now 8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000, but now 8,000. 7,500. I can do 7,500. 7,500, thank you, 7,500, and now 8,000. I have 7,500, but now 8,000, but now 8,000, but 8,000. That's right. Love the confidence. 8,000, now 8,500. 8,500, but now 8,500, but now 8,500. Of 8,000, but now 8,500, but now 8,500, but 8,500, she's talking to him. 8,500, 8,000, but now 8,500, but now 8,500, but now 8,500. Would you like it at 8,500? Would you like it at 8,500? I'm looking for 8,500, but no 8,500, but no 8,500. 8,500, yes, 8,500. And now 9,000. 8,500, but no 9,000, but no 9,000, but no 9,000. Would you like it at 9,000, but no 9,000, but 9,000 of 8,500, but no 9,000? Would you like it at 9,000 of 8,500, but no 9,000? I'm looking at 9,000. Anyone have 8,500, but now 9,000? And I have sold it for $8,500. Woohoo! And your bidder number is the correct number, 255. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see here.
All right.
Okay. Let's, you have to ask?
Got it.
Okay, let's just see here. Oh, and we can sell it a second time over here. They're interested at 8,500. We've sold it again. Thank you so much. And your number is 377. 377. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Maggie, let's hear about the next item.
All right. So our next item is, ladies and gentlemen, this next package is truly one of a kind and something that you won't see at any other gala. Treat your friends to a private dinner on Lake Minnetonka with courses prepared by 6 of the Twin Cities' most exciting culinary experts, some of which have a James Beard Award or nomination, who is with us right now. Your chefs may include Alex Roberts, Stephen Brown, Zoe Francois, Christina Wynn, Samaya Wadi, and Jorge Guzman. Can you please stand up? And drinks from Heather Manley of Crooked Waters. Katie, let's auction this package off.
Awesome. And as you see, we have the kind donors of these chefs here at the table. And we have a little bit of a snippet of what you could expect if you were the winning bidder. Let's roll it. Yeah. I think we can all agree that we want to be in on this dinner party. And this is donated so generously by Jeff and Karen Parkhill. They're not able to be here tonight, but they're long-term supporters of the ARC, and also with John Whipfley. So let's give them a big round of applause for their donations, putting this package together. And as you saw, many of these chefs are with us tonight. And just, you saw the video, but if you want to just maybe say a little bit about why this is such a unique and special event.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's unique and special because we're all here together. And that's what we aim to do, is to bring a community into your home on a special night. So, you know, Zoe got me involved in this. She got John involved in this, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. And we've been, you know, for us, it's really important to be a part, but it's a really great opportunity for us to be together too. And that's really, I think, what we're bringing special tonight to you, and we look forward to seeing what we can get.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to raise a lot of money here. I hope you have your bid numbers ready. And again, if you don't have the right number, just raise your hand. Your program, we'll figure out who you are. So let's get bidding on this truly priceless opportunity. Who will start me off with a $5,000 bid? I'll take a $5,000. I got 5,000, and I'll take 6. 5,000, and now 6,000, and 6,000, now 7. 6,000, now 7,000, 7,000, now 8. 7,000, now 8,000, now 8,000, now 8,000, now 7,000, now 8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000, I have a 700, 1,000, 8,000, and now 9. I have 8,000, and now 9,000, now 9,000, and now 10. Yeah, we do bid 10, we do bid 10, I have a 9,000, we do bid 10,000, 10,000, now 11. I have 10,000, now 11,000, and 11,000, and 11,000, and 11,000. 11, thank you, 11, and now 12. I have 11,000, and now 11,000, now 12,000, but now 12,000, but now 12,000, but now 12,000. 12,000, thank you. 12,000, and now 13. I have 12,000, but now 13,000, but now 13,000, but now 13,000. Which is 13,000, and now 13,000, and now 13,000. 13, and now 14. I have 13,000, but now 14,000, and now 14,000. I have 13,000, but now 14. Would you bid 14, but now 14? Would you bid 14? 14. I'm on 13 looking for 14. We did 14,000, but now 14,000, but now 14,000. 14,000! Woohoo! 14,000, and now 15. I have 14,000, but now 15,000, but now 15,000. I'm looking for 15,000, but now 15. He will cook shirtless. 15,000. 15,000. But not 15,000, or you can keep a shirt on if you'd prefer. 15,000, 15,000. I have 14,000, but now 15,000, but now 15,000. Would you like it at 15,000? Thank you. 15, and now 16. I have 15, but now 16, but now 16, but now 16,000. I'm looking for 16,000, and now 16,000, and now 16,000. I'm looking for 16,000, and now 16,000, and now 16,000. 16, and now 17. I have 16, now 17, but now 17, but now 17,000. 16,000, and now 17,000. 17, would you bid 17,000, and now 17,000, and now 17,000. I'm looking for 17,000, and now 17,000, and now 17,000. That's right, back in. 17,000, and now 18. 17,000, now 18, but now 18, would you bid 18,000. I have 17,000, but now 18, but now 18, but now 18,000. 18,000. I love it. 18, and now 19. 18, now 19, but now 19, but now 19. I have 18, but now 19,000, and now 19,000, and now 19,000, and now 19. It does not matter who you're bidding against. 19,000, just you and me here. 19,000. I have 18, but now 19,000, now 19,000, now 19,000, now 19,000. As my 3-year-old would say, just say yes. 19. I have 18,000, but now 19, but now 19, but now 19. I'm looking for 19, but now 19. Would you bid 19? I'm looking for 19. Yes, 19. 19, and now 20. And now 20. I'm looking for 20,000, but now 20,000, but now 20,000. 20,000. That's right, 20. And now 21. And now 21. Now 20, but now 21,000, but now 21,000, but now 21,000. I'm looking for 21,000, but now 21,000, but now 21,000. I'm looking for 21,000, but now 21,000. Don't need 20. Hey, Maggie, do you think that he should bid 21,000? Do you think he should bid 21,000? Do you want to tell him maybe he should bid 21,000?
I think you should.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if
Maggie
my
thinks
mom
you
was
should
here,
bid
she would definitely be
21,000.
for this too.
Okay, here we go. He's going to say something.
We really want to do better than this. And, you know, look at that group of people over there. Magnolia TV star Zoe Francoise, James Beard Award winner Ann Kim, Same with his shirt on Wadi, Christina Wynn, look at these people. Look at these cocktails. Look at the great time you're going to have. This is for a great cause, folks. Please, please, let's do this.
Thank you so much. I'm looking for the 21. Would you bid 21, bid not 21, bid not 21, bid not 21, bid not 21? Would you bid 21, bid not 21, bid not 21? I'll just take I'm gonna have a sip of water and I'm gonna come back. 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000. I'm looking for 21,000. I'm in with Patty. I'm looking for 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000. I'm looking for 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21. I know you want it, so I'm just gonna give you just 1 minute to think. Yeah, 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21. Oh, we got it. 21,000. 20. I'm looking for a 21, but not 21, but not 21. I'm looking for a 21, but not 21, but not 21, but not 21, but not 21. I'm looking for 21. Would you bid 21, but not? It's with the CFO of Medtronic. Is at her house. 21,000, but not 21,000, but not. I mean, that's worth something, right? 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000. I have a 20,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000. Would you like it at 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000? I don't know why it matters who you're bidding against. 21,000. Would you bid 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000? I'm looking for 21,000, but not 21,000, but not 21,000. Are you? Do you want it at 21? They're going to probably bid again. Would you like it at 21,000? Yes, yeah! 21,000. We did it. 21. Thank you. 21 and now 22. I'm looking for 22, but not 22, but not 22, but not 22. Yes, that's right. 22. 22. 22. 22. Okay. Did I just hear this? That they have just come together to say they would sell it twice if we can both sell it for 21,000. You're saying we can do it two for 21,000? Is that what you just said? For 22. You said you do it for 22. Oh, that's the deal. 22.
Yes.
22. You both have to do it for 22 and they'll do it twice. That's the deal. Would you do it for 22? Oh my gosh. Well, you'll get it for once and someone else, they'll all come together a second time and we can sell it twice if you both do 22. I have a yes and you're a yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your better number is 407. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 407. And over here, 134. Thank you so much for your $22,000 donation. Thank you. Thank you for coming together a second time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. Okay, Maggie, I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to talk about little Dan Wilson now. Create the memory of a lifetime with a private concert by Dan Wilson, Grammy-winning artist, songwriter, and producer as a member of Trip Shakespeare and leader of the band Semisonic. I heard them and they are so good. He is a Minnesota music icon. Well, he's an icon to me too. As a solo artist, Wilson has released 3 studio albums, including 2017 Recovered. Dan is a highly sought-after songwriting collaborator, having worked with a diverse group of artists, including Taylor Swift, 22, Dierks Bentley, I Love Country, Phantogram, and many others. His prestigious songwriting resume includes Closing Time by Semisonic, Not Ready to Make Nice by the Dixie Chicks, Go Dixie Chicks, and Someone Like You by Adele. This package can be redeemed after January 1st of 2024. Katie, it's...
Thank you so much, Maggie. And for those of you that are following along in the program, Dan Wilson was so kind to add this in as more of a last-minute live auction item because he's extremely generous here. So know that who you're going to be hearing later on tonight is who you could have in your own private concert. So this would be for sometime after starting next year on this truly priceless opportunity. Let's raise a lot of money, and let's give a big round of applause and thank you to Dan Wilson, who has a personal connection to the ARC. He flew back here from California to be with us tonight, and let's just, I think he's in the green room right now. He's not in the audience right here, but you'll hear from him soon. Let's do him proud. Let's raise a lot of money. Who will start me off? How about $5,000? I'll take 5,000 and now 6. I have 5,000 now 6,000 and now 6,000 and now 6,000 and now 7. 6,000 now 7,000 and now 7,000 and now 7,000 and now 7,000 and now 7,000. 7,000 and now 8. 7,000 now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now $8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now $8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000. Thank you. 8,000 and now 9. 8,000 now 9,000 and now 9,000 and 9,000 and now 10. 10,000. Awesome. 10,000 now 11. I have 10,000 now 11,000 and now 11,000 and now 11,000. I'm looking for 11,000 and now 11,000. 11,000 and now 12. 11,000 now 12,000 and now 12,000 and now 12,000. I'm looking for 12,000 and now 12,000 and now 12,000 and now 12,000. 11,000 and now 12,000 and now 12,000. Awesome. 12,000 and now 13. 12,000 and now 13 and now 13 and now 13. I'm looking for 13,000 and now 13,000 and now 13,000. I have 12,000 and now 13. 13. 13 and now 14, 13 now 14 and now 14 and now 14,000, 13,000 and now 14,000 and now 14,000 and now 14,000. Would you like a 14? Thank you, 14. And now 15. 14 now 15 and now 15 and now 15,000. I'm looking for 15,000 and now 15,000 and now 15,000. 14,000 and now 15,000 and now 15,000 and now 15,000. 15,000. Awesome. 15 and now 16. 15 now 16 and now 16 and now 16 and now 16. 15,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000. I can guarantee after hearing him perform tonight, you're going to wish you had this item. Looking for 16,000, 15,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000. I have a 15,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000. Anyone at 16,000 and now 16,000 and now 16,000. 15,000 and now 16,000. Anyone interested? 16, thank you, 16, and now 17. 16, now 17, but now 17, but now 17, and now 18. 17, now 18, but now 18, but now 18, but now 18, but now 18,000. I'm looking for 18,000, and now 18,000, I have 17,000, but now 18,000. Would you bid 18,000? I have 17,000, but now 18,000. Would you like it at 18,000? And when over here at 18,000, 17,000 minutes, 18,000, 18, and now 19. I dropped 18 over here. Would you do 19? I got 18 over here. Would you do 19? 19? Yes, 19. Thank you. 19 and now 20. I have 19,000 now 20. Do you have over 20 over there, Valita? 20,000? I'm looking for 20. Anyone at 20? 20. Thank you. 20 and now 21. 20, but now 21, but now 21, but now 21. 20,000, but now 21, but now 21, but now 21, but now 21. We did 21. I'm looking for 21, but now 21, but now 21. I have a 20 over here. Would you bid 21? Anyone in at 21? Would you want it at 21? Would you want it at 21? Would you like it at 21? 20, but now 21. Would you like it at 21? Patty, are they interested at 21? Are they interested at 21? 20,000 and now 21. Nick, tell him to do it. Do you want it at 21? Would you want it, anyone in at 21 going once? Anyone in at 21 going twice? And I have sold it for $20,000 to lucky bidder number 269. 269 for $20,000. Thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
Maggie. Let's hear about the next item.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next up, dine with comfort and delight in your own home, while Chef Eric Sather prepares an incredible feast for 18. A sumptuous and casually elegant event will delight you and your guests. Sip wine while our chefs prepare and serve amazing gastronomical delights for you and your guests. All food and wine is included, and this dinner will occur on mutually agreed upon date by all parties. Minnesota born and raised Eric Sather, chef, butcher, and owner of Lori Hill Meats in Minneapolis, focuses on the old world skills with a professional culinary background. It's your turn, Katie.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Big round of applause to Chef Eric Sather for his kind donation here tonight. Again, feast for 18 people. Let's raise a lot of money. Let's start off at maybe a $3,000 bid. I'll take 3,000 bid enough, 3,000 bid enough, 3,000 bid enough, 3,000 bid enough, 3,000. And we add a 3,000 bid enough, 3,000 bid enough, 3,000, 3,000. Right here in front of me. Thank you. 3,000 and now 4. 3,000 enough, 4,000 enough, 4,000 enough, 4,000 and now 5. I have 4,000 enough, 5,000 enough, 5,000 enough, 5,000 enough, 5,000. I'm looking for 5,000 enough, 5,000 enough, 5,000 enough, 5,000, 5,000. Thank you. 5,000 and now 6. I have 5,000 enough, 6,000 enough, 6,000 enough, 6,000. I have a 5,000 enough, 6,000 enough, 6,000 enough, 6,000 enough, 6,000. We did 6,000 enough, 6,000 enough. Wine is included. 6,000. Yes, 6,000 and now 7. 6,000 and now 7,000 enough, 7,000 enough, 7,000. I have a 6,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000. Would you bid 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000? Would you like it at 7,000? I'm looking for a 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000 bid enough, 7,000. Would you like it at 7,000 enough, 7,000 enough, 7,000, 7,000? Thank you, 7,000. And now 8. I have 7,000 enough, 8,000 enough, 8,000 enough, 8,000. I have a 7,000 enough, 8,000 enough, 8,000 enough, 8,000 enough, 8,000. Would you like it at 8,000? Would you like it at 8,000? Yes, 8,000, 8,000, and now 9. 8,000 enough, 9,000 enough, 9,000 enough, 9,000. I'm an 8,000 enough, 9,000 enough, 9,000 enough, 9,000 enough, 9,000. I'm looking for 9,000. I have 8,000 enough, 9,000. Would you like it at 9,000? Would you like it at 9? Is Valita helping you out there? Looking for 9,000 and a 9,000. Would you like it at 9,000? Figuring it out. We should say yes. 9,000 and a 9,000 and a 9,000. I have 8,000 and a 9,000. And doing it at, yes, 9,000. Thank you. 9,000 and now 10. I have 9,000 and now 10,000 and now 10,000 and now 10,000. Don't cover your eyes. 10,000. But now 10,000 and now 10,000 and now 10,000. Woohoo! 10,000. And now 11. I have 10,000 and now 11,000 and 11,000 and 11,000. And then at 11,000 and 11,000. And at 11,000. I have a 10,000 and now 11,000. And you went at 11,000. I think she's done. And you went at 11,000 going once. And you went at 11,000 going twice. And you went at 11,000. And I have sold it your way, Patty, for $10,000. And your bidder number is 517. $10,000 number 517. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Maggie, what's up next?
All right. Next up is treat your family and friends to an exquisite experience with this private dinner for 20 people. Oh my Lord. For at Churchill Street. Executive Aaron Mathaler will create and prepare a family-style dinner for you and your guests that will be sure to delight. Nestled in the heart of Shoreview, Churchill Street's menu wows with classics that often feel brand new. Thanks to the combination of sharp cooking skills and top-flight ingredients. Katie, how about this package?
Awesome. Let's sell it. Let's give a round of applause to Churchill Street for donating this item. And I know it said on the side there 18, but it really is 20 people is on my notes as well. So this is for 20 people. Executive Chef Aaron Mather will be making your dinner here. This is an incredible experience. Let's start it off maybe a $3,000 bid. I'll take 3,000 and now 4, 3,000 now 4,000 and now 5, 4,000 now 5,000 and now 5,000 and now 5,000 and now 5,000, 5,000 and now 6. I have 5,000 now 6,000, 6,000 and now 7, 6,000 now 7,000, 7,000 in the back, 7,000 and now 8. I have 7,000 now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000. I'm looking for an 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000 and now 8,000, 8,000 and now 9. 8,000, now 9,000, now 9,000, now 9,000, now 9,000. Would you like 9,000, but now 9,000, but now 9,000, but now 9,000? I'm looking for 9,000, but now 9,000. Would you bid it at 9,000? Are you interested at 9,000, but now 9,000? Anyone in at 9,000? Anyone in at 9,000? I'm 8,000 bid now 9,000 for 20 people. Anyone in at 9,000? 8,000 bid. Anyone in at 9,000? Anyone in at 9,000? Have 8,000 bid. Anyone in at 9,000? Pat, do you have anyone over there at 9,000? Anyone in at 9,000? Have 8,000 bid and now 9,000 going once. Anyone in at 9,000 going twice. And I have sold it for $8,000 to bidder number. Bidder number is 613. 613. Congratulations. Okay, what's up next?
All right. Celebrate in style with a private party at James Beard award-winning chef Ann Kim's Yonjoni in Minneapolis. I've actually been there and it's really good. Your party of 15 will enjoy craft cocktails, signature wood-fired pizzas, and select items from the globally influenced menu. Yonjoni, located in the heart of Northeast Minneapolis Arts District, is a restaurant made for slowing down, feeling special, and savoring a deliciously inspired meal with family and friends. In 2019, Anne became the first woman and first person of color from Minneapolis to receive the James Beard Award for Best Chef Midwest. Katie?
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have Ann Kim with us here tonight of Yonjoni, and she was just going to maybe say a thing or two about this incredible auction item.
Hi, everyone. So how many of you have been to Yonjoni in Minneapolis? All right. And so for those of you that have not been to Yonjoni, this is your opportunity to get a private dinner. And when I say private, I mean the back bar. I don't know if you know the speakeasy behind Yonjoni, the intimate little speakeasy that we have for cocktails and friendship and all sorts of things. Well, you're going to get that all to yourself with your friends. You're going to get not only pizzas and cocktails and wine and champagne, but I'm also going to cater a very special menu with some surprises that are off menu for your guests. So I think this is a really good opportunity for you to bid high and bring all your special friends and just buy out the entire night. ARC is extremely special for me. I've got a personal connection. When I met my husband 17 years ago, he came with 3 gifts in the form of children, and his youngest had a very special gift of Down syndrome, and he has taught me more about life than anyone else that I have ever known. He has taught me, yes. Joe, he's 22 years old right now, and he has taught me what it means to love unconditionally without judgment or blame, and that has been the biggest life goal and tool that I have used throughout my life. So thank you, Joe. And without organizations like ARC, who Joe right now is looking for a job, he's looking for a place where he can call his home with others, to inspire and to touch others. So it's a really personal a thing for me, and I want to raise a lot of money because there are a lot of people like Joe who are incredible, that are going to change the world by each life they touch. So I want you all to bid, and I want you to bid high, and I will make this a super special occasion for you. So let's go, people!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ann Kim, thank you. Well, you heard it there. This is going to be a night to remember. Let's raise a lot of money. This is our last live auction item, so let's have a lot of fun with this. Let's raise a ton of money. Who will send me off at a $2,000 bid winner? I'll take $2,000 now, $3,000 now, $4,000, $4,000 now, $5,000 now, $6,000 now, $7,000, $6,000 now, $7,000 now, $7,000, $7,000 now, $8,000, $7,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000. I have $7,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000 now, $8,000, $8,000, and now $9,000. I have $8,000 now, $9,000 now, $9,000 now, $10,000, $9,000 now, $10,000, $10,000 now, $11,000, $10,000 now, $11,000 now, $11,000 now, $11,000 now, $11,000. Would you like it at $11,000 now, $11,000 now, $11,000? She said, give me the bid number. $11,000 now, $11,000. Thank you, 11. And now 12. $11,000 now, $12,000 bid now, $12,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000. Of $11,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000 now, $12,000. $12,000 now, $13,000. $12,000 now, $13,000 now, $13,000 now, $13,000 now, $13,000. Would you bid $13,000 now, $13,000 now, $13,000 now, $13,000. 13. Thank you. 13,000 and now 14. 13,000 now 14,000 now 14,000 now 14,000 now 14,000. I'm looking for 14,000 now 14,000 and now 14,000. I have a 13,000 now 14,000. And went in at 14,000. And went in at 14,000. And went in at 14,000. Thank you, 14, and now 15. I have 14,000, now 15,000, now 15,000, now 15,000, now 15,000. Would you like it at 15,000, and now 15,000, and now 15,000, and now 15,000? I have 14,000, and now 15,000, 15, and now 16. I have 15, now 16,000, and now 16,000, and now 16. 16, thank you, and now 17. I have 16,000, and now 17,000, and now 17,000, and now 17,000. I'm looking for 17,000, and now 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 17,000. Last live auction I've been on 17,000 and now 17,000 and now 17,000. Drinks are included. 17,000. 17,000. Look at her. She wants you to bid one more time. One more time. Oh, it doesn't matter who's bidding against you. 17,000. You don't know that they'd invite you. 17,000. I have 16,000 and now 17,000 and now 17,000 and now 17,000. Would you bid 17? 17,000. Thank you. 17. 18. They got 18. Would you do 19? 18 and now 19. Would you bid 19 bid and now 19? Anyone in at 19? Anyone in at 19? Have 18,000 and now 19. Anyone in at 19? No pressure. You're looking. Are we done? Okay. Anyone in at 19? Last call for 19. And I have sold it to the confident $18,000 bidder. $18,000 to 133. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Maggie.
All right. Thank you for your very generous bidding. Let's have one more round of applause for our live auction donors and our enthusiastic bidders. Now I'd like to turn it back over to Katie for Fund the Need.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maggie. Yeah. The ARC Minnesota is committed to making intentional investments in our public policy and legislative advocacy team. As you've heard, getting people with disabilities involved in the legislative process isn't lip service. It changes hearts and minds, and it has a direct impact on the laws and policies that affect how people with disabilities live in our state every day. One important piece of legislation that the ARC is working on in connection with our national affiliate, the ARC US, is centered around making it easier for people with disabilities to get married, just like Maggie and Aiden, and ensure that they don't lose their benefits and supports when they do. At the 2018 ARC Gala, we shared a story with you about Tom and Maureen Marlott. Tom and Maureen were married in 1992 with the help and support of the ARC Minnesota. Unfortunately, we lost Maureen this past year. And tonight, we want to honor her life and legacy by sharing her story once again. I think that there's something for us all to learn from Maureen's wisdom on relationships and marriage.
Whoa, an upside-down Christmas tree.
Tom and Maureen have, I think, an enviable relationship. They appreciate each other's goofy humor.
Well, I didn't know he was playing football.
Their deep love and respect.
Tom is funny, quick-witted, but also sensitive. Those twinkling blue eyes, they just got me.
She's always smiling. In school, they named her Sunshine.
It was St. Patrick's Day when he proposed to me, and he got down on one knee. I said yes.
They just know all the key elements that are important in a long-term relationship that isn't always what you want it to be. The ARC came into their life and helped them get married after dating for 15 years.
We got married in 1992. But I'm glad I met Maureen and got married to her.
Tom and Maureen are special people to me, teaching me what tenacity looks like and what tolerance looks like. Oh, are you?
I enjoy Kim. She's definitely understanding and patient. I don't know what we'd do without her.
Every individual and family that walks through our door is trusting us with their intimate life stories and challenges, and it's not always pretty. People in the general population would have no idea what individuals and families face every single day.
They tell you you aren't trainable. They tell you you can't work, you can't get married.
The ARC really supports Tom and Maureen in some regards as an insurance safety net. They know we're always here for them, so our advocates help them navigate the public benefits.
ARC helped us get a home with first home buyers, and they've helped me find jobs.
We're there for people, but our goal is that people become strong self-advocates, and we spread that knowledge far and wide.
My advice to someone younger, when the door closes, you keep trying. Show them you can. Don't ever give up.
We come together as the new ARC Minnesota to serve all people in Minnesota with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families. And we can't do that without the support of the community. We can't do it without funding sources, without additional volunteers, without additional citizen advocates out there.
We are so proud that we're independent, that we're married. Tom and I want to follow in that legacy. The kids that are behind us, they need the help that we got so that they can be independent too.
Thank you, Tom, for being here in memory of Maureen. One more round of applause. So this is the reason we're here tonight. We have the opportunity to change how we shape policies and bills for people with disabilities in our state. But we need your help. Our goal tonight is to raise $250,000. That will allow us to hire staff with lived experience who can co-create our lobbying strategy and work directly with legislators. With more funding, we can do more outreach and train more self-advocates statewide and advance policies that will make it so that all people with disabilities can and will thrive in our communities. I know we can do it, but we all need to do our own part in making this a reality tonight. So please dig deep and make a meaningful donation to help us fight for a just and inclusive future for all people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So I invite you to give at different levels. We're going to start at the $20,000 level. If you can give at that significant level of $20,000, please raise your bid card number 266. Thank you so much for your $20,000 donation. Thank you. Thank you. Who else can join us with a $20,000 gift tonight? Anyone else with it? And if you don't yet have a bid card, raise your number up and we'll get you number over here. Thank you so much. Number 116, thank you. Thank you for your $20,000 donation. Is there one over here for $20,000 that I'm getting a point at? Anyone else at the $20,000 level? At the $20,000 level, anyone else joining us with the $20,000 gift tonight? Okay, if you can join in with a $10,000 gift, please raise your bid card high at the $10,000 level, number 412. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 411, thank you, thank you. Number 118, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Over here, there's one over here for 10,000 as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your gift. Anyone else at the $10,000 level? Anyone else at the $10,000 level? Number 517, thank you for your $10,000 gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Anyone else joining us with the $10,000 gift tonight? Okay, so if you've already made your gift, there's tablets on your table. You can start moving those around and putting your donations in. We're still going to recognize you by raising your bid card as well. We're going to move on to the $5,000 level. If you can give $5,000, please raise your bid card high with the $5,000 gift. Over here, I see a whole bunch of them. Awesome. Number 667, thank you so much, Andrea. And number 184, thank you so much. Number 452, thank you so much for your $5,000 donation. Anyone else with a $5,000 donation tonight? I'm looking for $5,000 donations. Anyone else at the $5,000 level? Anyone else joining us with the $5,000? Let's give a big round of applause for everyone who's already made a donation tonight. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to move on to the $2,500 level. If you can give $2,500, please raise up your bid card at the $2,500 level. Okay, number 349, thank you. Number 377, thank you so much. Number 183, thank you for your $2,500 gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else is joining us with a $2,500 gift tonight? Anyone else with a $2,500 gift? I'm getting a wave over here. 232, thank you, thank you, thank you. $2,500 level. Anyone else with a $2,500 gift? Anyone else at the $2,500 level? Okay, we're going to move on to the $1,000 level. If you can give $1,000, raise up your numbers. Nice to see so many. Okay, I saw, it turned around. Number 392, thank you. Number 293, thank you so much. Number 229, 291, number 300, number 511, number 619, number 129, number 505, number 200, number 115, number 333, number 367. We can keep on clapping. This is awesome. We're at the $1,000 level. Number 243, thank you. Number 227, number 589, number 537, number 433, number 273. We're at the $1,000 level. 410. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else at the one? Number 265. Number 241. Awesome. Anyone else at the $1,000 level? Now make sure. Number 107. Thank you so much. And make sure we're passing around the tablets. Start putting in your donations into the tablets in addition to raising your hand. Anyone else joining us with a $1,000 gift tonight? Okay, well, before we move into our $500 level, I'd like to invite some new friends onto the stage. Amelie and Riley, can you join me? Would you mind sharing your name with everyone?
Yes. My family will match $10,000.
Woo-hoo, Riley, so your family's going to match $10,000 for donations that are at the $500 level and beyond, up to $10,000. That's awesome. Can you tell me just a little bit about yourself? Where do you go to school?
I go to Indian Prairie High School. I'm a junior.
And and I got to experience one of the things that I heard you like to give nicknames.
Yeah.
And what's my nickname?
Brownie.
Brownie. I'm now Brownie. I love it. What nickname do you have for your parents?
Meatball, kiwi, cheese curd, tater tot.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for your and your family's generosity to help motivate other people to give to the Ark tonight. So thank you so much, Riley. Thank you. Can you just stay up here for a minute? And what's your name?
I'm Amelie Wall.
Awesome, Amelie. And tell me a little bit, I understand you have a few different jobs. What are some of the things you like to do? Where do you like to work?
I work at Ark Value Village as a production assistant.
And who else here works at Ark Value Village? Can you raise your hand and wave? We have a few. Awesome. And what do you like most about working at the Ark Value Village?
This is fun.
Do you ever buy anything?
I used to, but I don't.
She has some constraints that she's been able to better than me. And did you have something that you wanted to share with everybody that your family's willing to do right now as well? Do you think your family would be open to doing a match, maybe $10,000 as well?
Yes.
Awesome. You think that's a good idea? Do you think that by this match, maybe more people might want to give a little bit more money knowing that their dollars are going to be matched?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's see if it works. Let's see if the match works. So we're going to be able to match between the two families here $20,000 starting at the $500 level. So let's get a lot of those hands up in the air. Where are the $500 donations? Let's see, look around, see all the numbers that are popping up. Let's read them off. Number 503, we can be clapping to help encourage this. Number 503, number 165, thank you. Number 255, number 239, the 562, number 555. We're at the $500 level. We have one over here, and your bidder number is 409. Thank you. At the $500 number, 645. Thank you. Number 427. Thank you so much. Number 409. Thank you. Number 320. Thank you. We can keep on clapping. Number 496. Number 545, number 616. We're at the $500 level. Your dollars are getting matched. Anyone else at the $500 level? Anyone else at the $500 level wants to get their money match over here? We have another one over here. $239. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your generosity. We're going to continue with this match at the $250 level. If you can give $250, raise up your bid card at the $250 level. Number 372. Thank you, thank you. Number 198. Thank you. Number 622. 383. Number 617. Number 565 at the $250 level. Number 670. Number 398. Number 571. 285. Awesome. Thank you for your $250 donation. Number 462. Number 424. Anybody else with a $250 donation that's getting doubled? Look at this. Number 531. 530, 521, number 560, thank you, number 306, number 557. Anyone else at the $250 level? There's 341, thank you so much, number 341. Awesome. The next level we're going to go to is $100. If you have $100 and maybe you've already given and you want to give again, I invite you to do so. Come on in. We'd love to have a lot of participation. Everybody stepping up here. I see number 612. Thank you. Number 625. Thank you so much. Number 425. Number 263. Number 640. Number 671. Number 428. Number 123. Number 344. Number 191, number 671, number 170. Make sure you're passing the tablets around and putting your donations in. Number 217, number 667, number 509, number 469, number 501, 586. Is there another one over there I'm missing over there? 654? Awesome. Thank you, number 654. Anyone else at number 292? Number 417. Am I missing any? Do you see any other ones? No one else? What do you think? Anyone else at the $100 level? Did we miss anybody? Number 418. Number 596. Do you want to read that one? Do you want to read it? Not really.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Yeah. Can you read it?
Yeah. 221.
Awesome. Anyone else at the $100 level? Thank you, Riley. Thank you, Amelie. Thank you so much for your families, for your match donations. We really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Awesome. And so if there's, what? If there is, what? Yeah, pass the tablets around. Make sure that you're putting in your donations. If you raise your number, make sure to put that in. If there is an amount that you want to give that I didn't ask for specifically, if you wanted to give, say, $3,000, $30, $30,000, whatever the amount is, put it in. If you wanted to give anonymously, this is a great way to do so. Or if you were having a bid number issue and you couldn't get my attention, this is a great way just to put your donation into the tablet as that's getting passed around. We really, really, really appreciate you all showing up, you all being here, you speaking with your donations to put power here. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your generosity. I'm really impressed with the community's ability to come together. So, Maggie, I'd like to turn it over back to you.
Out just for a minute to Bethel University. Thank you so much. Wow, what generosity. Thank you, Katie. Everyone, please join me in thanking Katie Imholt-Gabriel for helping us generate this incredible support to promote and protect the rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. All right, now it's my pleasure to introduce a good friend of mine, Brittany Hernandez Wilson, Director of Equity and Justice at the ARC, Minnesota. Brittany.
Please welcome to the stage, Brittany Hernandez Wilson.
I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping through the sky.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Maggie, and thanks to everyone for joining. And can we just give a round of applause to Maggie tonight for hosting? My name is Brittany Hernandez Wilson, and I am the Director of Equity and Justice at the ARC Minnesota and proud disabled woman. Tonight has been an incredible night, and I am blown away by the generosity that you have shown tonight. There is so much joy and love in this room, and it's clear that you are invested in this future that we are molding together. I truly believe that when we come together as a community, that we can accomplish anything. Woo! I joined the ARC Minnesota a little over 3 years ago as a board member and was quickly impressed with the direction that things were heading. While serving on the board, I learned about the dedication to equity, justice, and inclusion. I witnessed a commitment to make sure that people with disabilities are in positions of leadership. And I was asked to join the board of directors to help shape the policies and practices of the ARC Minnesota as chair of the Equity and Justice Committee. As an active board member, when I learned about the executive team, or that the executive team had created a new position for an equity and justice director, I knew that I had to apply. Considering how I introduced myself tonight, it all worked out for the best. The ARC Minnesota's mission to implement disability justice, anti-racism, and anti-ableism in every facet of our organization is both a personal and professional mission for me. Being born with a rare joint and muscle disability meant that when I was only a day old, a grim picture was painted for my reality by medical professionals. If it weren't for my mother and grandmother today, I don't know if I would be here. Growing up, not seeing myself reflected on the TV, in the magazines, and in our history can have a dangerous impact on one's self-esteem and self-worth. I had been so used to masking parts of my identity to get the access that I needed. And so many people in our communities do this. We're not allowed to be whole people with many intersections. And this is why disability justice is so important. It allows, no, it demands that we are whole from the start. Disability justice demands that those most impacted are leading. Disability justice demands that we move together in solidarity with other movements because ableism is the root of all oppression. And disability justice recognizes that we are not free until all of us are free. We have a powerful history and impact in Minnesota. As you heard earlier, parents who started this organization were revolutionary because they believed that their children deserve to be at home with them, in their communities, with their families. And this revolution continues with the work that we are doing to make sure that everyone with intellectual and developmental disabilities can thrive. We are making much needed investments because of your support. And the impact that each and every one of you make reaches far beyond our organization. Through my work here, I have witnessed firsthand how other organizations, self-advocates, and more are starting to implement disability justice in their work, because disability justice is the future. As we work on creating change together, let us lean on and be led by the incredible advocates that are working on policies, working on task forces, volunteering in their communities, working on trainings related to ableism and disability and racial justice to help the issues. We know what's best for us. And I am honored to help lead our organization in the future alongside of all of you here tonight. And I wanted to remind you that you can do even more than give tonight. We want you to be a part of this moving forward, including our legislative priorities. Tonight, we've heard the incredible impact of public policy in our communities, and we encourage you to get involved with this movement. You can learn more about how to contact your legislators and what the ARC Minnesota is working on this year at the arcminnesota.org/takeaction. As we face the largest surplus in our state's history, let's keep working together to make sure that no one is left behind. Exploring and unlearning the ways that ableism impacts ourselves, our families, and our communities gives us an opportunity to heal. Our work is more successful and powerful when we integrate disability justice. Our public policy, self-advocacy, and organizing efforts are more impactful when they're sustainable. We can face and transform histories of ableism, racism, etc., in our communities, in our organizations, and I firmly believe that in doing this, we can heal the wounds of the past, present, and future. And we not only can, but we must. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak tonight. I'd like to welcome back to the podium Maren Holden. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brittany. As you can see, the ARC is making amazing decisions by hiring folks like Brittany to lead up such important aspects of their work. And thank you, Katie, for doing an amazing job on behalf of the ARC and helping to make such a fun and lively part of the evening and doing so much good for the folks who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. Katie, couldn't have done this without you. To all the staff, committee members who have made this event happen, thank you for the time, effort, and the heart you've put into this night. As you can tell, it has been a delightful success. To our sponsors, the ARC Minnesota Board of Directors, and hundreds of volunteers, thank you so much. And we did this once, but it's worth doing again. Another round of applause for our amazing MC, Maggie Erickson-Kilgannon. The night is far from over, but we are almost ready to announce the results of our work tonight. But first, I have just a couple additional announcements. For those of us here at the Depot, dessert and coffee will be brought to your tables shortly, so please remain seated. And Dan Wilson and the Laurel Quartet will be up here very soon. I can't wait. After Dan's performance, we'll have our DJ playing music until 11, and everyone will get invited to the dance floor. Hope you have a lot more energy in you. Many of you are loyal supporters of the ARC's Value Village thrift stores and donate clothing and household goods on a regular basis. ARC's Value Village is a critical funding source for the ARC Minnesota. So before the night is over, please don't miss a chance to shop at the ARC's Value Village pop-up shop out in the hall, or for those of you who are at home, you can check out the great items available on our eBay store. All of your purchases go towards funding the ARC Minnesota's mission. And now, I have the results. Nick brought me the piece of paper with the key information we've all been waiting to find out. Please, can I get a drum roll? Is it? Tonight, your gifts for the ARC's Public Policy Fund to Need, $204,810. Oh, $207,310. Amazing, amazing. And when we add it all together, including the live auction, the silent auction, the Fund to Need sponsorships, and ticket sales, tonight, collectively, we have raised a grand total of, thank you, $720,000 for people who have intellectual disabilities and their families. I think that's worth amazing. On behalf of the Gala Committee, and most importantly, on behalf of the thousands of people across Minnesota whom the ARC will support because of this, thank you so much. This has been an incredible evening, and we're so grateful for all the ARC will be able to do with all of that. And now, it's my honor to welcome to the stage Dan Wilson.